Hi, I'm Joe Wadsack from BBC Food and Drink. Do you like rosé? I know some of you do. I know a lot of you do, because if you look at British drinking habits at the moment, rosé is on the charge. And we're not talking about those kind of sickly sweet rosés we used to drink from California in the 80s and 70s for going dancing in discos. No, we're talking about dry rosé, serious rosé, made in vineyards which are expressly put aside to make rosé, because most cheap rosé is actually a byproduct of red wine. People don't know that. But this is the real thing. It's from Cotes, Provence. Cotes, Provence is an area which makes some of the most expensive rosés in the world. 28% of the rosé we drink in this country comes from Cotes, Provence. So let's have a taste. Let's see what it looks like. You'll notice it's quite pale. There used to be a thought that the darker the wine, the better. Quite the opposite. This colour here is what we call pelure d'oignon in France. Onion skin, which is kind of a really good description, isn't it? It's that kind of golden pink that you get from the outside sort of like husk of an onion. Let's see what it's like. Well, it's got such a light, soft smell. It smells of, it always reminds me, actually, of those little pink shrimp sweets we had when we were kids. There's something really kind of easy and very, very drinkable about this wine. Light, fluffy, almost candy floss soft. Let's taste the wine. Yep. Lovely and soft. It's not high in acid, so those people that have acid reflux find some wines like Sauvignon Blanc hard to go on. Rosé is your natural choice, I've got to be honest. And these wines don't tend to be too alcoholic either. This is 12.5%. It goes amazingly with foods that other wines don't go. Basically, a rosé is a red wine. The way it's made is like a red wine, because if you have a red grape and squeeze the variety of the grape, white juice comes out. So the longer you leave the skins in the wine, the darker it gets. After 2 days, it's like this. After 3 weeks, it's a dark red. So it actually goes with things that actually red wines go with too. So wonderful with saucisson, dried sausage. It's also just as good with things like oysters. It's delicious with oysters and that kind of thing, seafood and that sort of malarkey. Very versatile wine, and it explains why people are drinking so much rosé in the pub these days. But this is what you want. Cotes de Provence, great value, delicious.